this brief because we want to keep these meetings brief when we're congregating. Yeah, first thing I want to ask was what Therese asked. How did everything go this morning with the temperature check? Hopefully it was fine. If you have any clarifications you need about the use of the thermometer, please come see us anytime. There are instructions hanging on the wall. They're pretty straightforward and step by step, but again, sometimes just doing it is easier than reading it. So if that's the case, please come see us. We'll be happy to show you. Those are the governor's rules. You'll see a lot of places are reopening starting today. So we are going to put on our Facebook page and everything else about our new procedures and how we are going with the governor's recommendations and mandates. All right. So the few things in the governor's rules is to have a staff member who is empowered with enforcing 6-foot rules around the premises. And I am going to say that that's going to be all of us. We're all empowered to do that. I don't want to hire one person or assign one person whose job it is to walk around the store all day and say, hey, remember 6 feet. All of us are empowered to do that. We're all here, we're all on the floor, we're all around the store at all times. Let's all be empowered to do that. Let's remind ourselves. It's so useful, we have, decades and decades of our own experience where we're used to interacting with people in a certain way, and it's hard to change that. So if you notice that you yourself are a little too close to someone while you're having a conversation, I'm guilty of it as well. Remind your fellow employees, remind other customers, say, hey, that's right, 6 feet, let's back up a little bit, okay? Empowering you all to do that. We gotta keep an eye on that. Now, if you saw in the news about Walmart down in Massachusetts, there's been a couple Walmarts where they started testing, some employee gets sick, they started testing other employees. Lo and behold, I think the Massachusetts one had 80-something employees.
83 employees that ended up with it.
Okay, so that was people working in a building like we do. And so I don't know the details. Were they were they terrible at following the rules? Were they congregating in break rooms? Were they working too close together? I don't know. But it just goes to show us that working in a store together, there's the opportunity for bad things to happen. So we need to just be careful, watch out for ourselves, okay? That type of thing terrifies me. So, so just be careful. That's why they didn't have a mask policy. So this will help if someone was infected and didn't know it. This will help contain that. So there is that. So that's why we did change. Do have this new policy that everyone signed. Hopefully, if anyone hasn't signed it, make sure they have the COVID spread prevention policy. We made one little change to the mask usage for employees part of that policy. I made the change. It actually lessened it a bit, so I didn't go around and have you read it all. That's because of some legal bits that we got from the Department of Labor about wearing masks when you're not on the clock. So if you are coming to work or leaving work or in some way engaged in a work shift, that means on break or on lunch, but your day is involved in working, then the mask policy is in effect. So if you go on break, you can't whip the mask off, say, I'm on break, and then walk across the room. You should still wear it while you're in the store. Of course, if you're eating or something, that's fine. But what we're trying to do is, on breaks and just walking across the store, we want to make sure that we're still wearing a mask even if we're technically on break, because customers recognize us as employees and they know our policies, everyone wears masks, and it just does not do a favor for anyone if we're not wearing masks just because we're on our 15-minute break. Same as if we're coming to work, we get here and we got 15 minutes to spare before we have to punch in, and we're wandering in the store without a mask. If we come into work, we should mask up because we're on the premises, we're intending on going to work, and our customers and our fellow employees will appreciate it very much that we're following those rules, because it really kind of, if this is to protect other people and we're not doing it, then we kind of look like a jerk. So we did change it slightly so that if you are in here on your day off and you're shopping, no, you are not required to wear a mask. I can't make that a policy legally. So if you wish to shop without a mask on your day off, you're welcome to do so, even though your fellow employees may think that that's kind of a tricky thing to do. That'll be up to you.
And if we could make it a policy, we would. So
Yeah. We would.
We are asking that if you do come in the store for any reason, whether you are legally required to or not, that you continue keeping everybody safe.
But I want to make sure everyone knows that this, we did change that, because originally it says you must wear it at any time, even on the day off. We cannot legally do that. We can kindly request that you do, just like we do every customer. So we did change the wording to say face coverage use employees includes public and staff locations, even when other individuals are not immediately present, outdoor areas, when reporting to work and while on break or lunch. So that's the new language. So just want to make sure that that was clarified. Again, try not to congregate, speak up, police yourselves. Sanitation rotation, I did send out some charts to everyone. We should have it hanging in the departments. There are a couple tiny departments that just have 1 or 2 employees who ask me if they really need a chart, and we'll talk to those individually. If there's only 1 person in your department, then of course you're the one who's doing it, so maybe we don't need a chart in that department. But there was some confusion when we go and then someone calls the sanitation rotation. We ask the department, who's doing it today? I don't want to hear, I think
That's a
someone-
good question.
Yeah. So, that's why the chart's there. Sorry we had to do that, but if we go and say who's doing it, I like to say, Joe's doing it. Where's Joe? Okay? And we can delegate to somebody else, but we need to make this serious. We need to make it important. And most people do, but every now and then, especially in the afternoon when half the people have gone home and it's near the end of the day, it gets easy for someone to go, oh, I think someone's doing it, but I don't know who. We need to have it assigned. It's just like a register, or just like any other task that you have in your department. You need to make sure that someone's on it, so it doesn't get forgotten.
And please stop what you're doing and do your sanitation rounds, not like, oh, let me finish this one small task and then I'll do it, because 10 minutes later it's gone from your mind. So stop whatever you're doing and do sanitation rounds. It's a priority.
And I know we all have lots to do, but this is important. And when we call that, if we see someone from each department run off and start working on that, it's good. Our customers see that as well. So if call the sanitation rotation and someone's standing in a department and everyone just doesn't do anything, it just makes us look bad. So one more bit about mask use. I meant to tie this into the other mask use. When you're on the phone, please keep your mask on. Is it harder to talk on the phone with a mask on? Yes, we're gonna have to speak up. But the phone is something that's shoved up against people's mouths. So try to hold it a little bit apart from your mouth, talk loudly. We should also, if it's a communal phone, I think every phone here is used by more than 1 person. Before you use it, wipe it off. After you're done with it, wipe it off, okay? You pull your mask down and use the phone, and it's just,
Disgusting.
it's I mean, really, it's getting stuff in the phone. So not that I think everyone here or anyone here has anything, but it's a good practice and we should be doing it, because that phone is one of the things that goes right into your face all the time, so we should try to be keeping it as clean as possible, okay? All right, the safety of all of you guys is paramount to me. So I want to tell you, let me know if you have concerns, if there's a process that we're doing that you don't think is right, if you think of something that could be done better, if you are just uncomfortable about something, please let us know. Speak up. Don't ever be afraid to speak up. Even a meeting like this, you're like, hey, I don't like having all these people together for too long, this close together. Speak up, okay? Because sometimes we do things and we do things and we do things and we miss little things because we're just so used to doing them. And sometimes an idea is just out there and one of us hasn't caught it, but someone else thinks of it, and that'll make us better. So please don't ever be afraid to say, hey, how about this? And some of you do, and I appreciate that. But don't ever be afraid to speak up.
We have 1 thermometer left if you're interested. The other 2 have sold. Keep up the good work. Like I say every Monday now, another week behind us. Good job. We're doing it for the foreseeable future. And thank you. Thank you, all of you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.